Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today I visit Sister Jean at Emmanuel Community Care Center, an outreach for the poor in the Girard area. But first, some much-needed Christmas magic at Castle Noel in Medina. Christmas cheer is much needed during this pandemic. Castle Noel in Medina is a must on your list. Holiday movie artifacts, Christmas windows from Saks, Lord & Taylor, and Bloomingdale's are painstakingly restored. And outstanding visuals are all a part of your unforgettable visit. Step into the world created by Mark Claus. It is magical. I'm so excited to do this.
Are you ready to go on a tour?
We are ready!
When you go down our giant red slide at the end, if you're over 80 years old and you go down our slide, your picture goes up here on our wall of fame.
Would you like that, Mom? My mom's 82.
Oh my goodness, then you will end up on the wall of fame.
Jelaine, are you going to do it?
Awesome.
Why not?
Woo!
So right here, we've got
Cousin Eddie rolled into town. I couldn't have been more surprised than you. Now this is a 1973 Ford Condor Motorhome. And this fine RV, we're going to show you movie magic throughout Castle Noel, is made out of fiberglass and aluminum. It will never rust this way. So this RV is all movie magic rust to make you think it's a shoddy old motor RV, but it really, in fact, is in very good condition. And the Nutcracker and Mouse King figures, these are sculpted by Mark Claus. He is, like I told you, he's a master sculptor and artist. He sculpted these for the Cleveland Ballet back in the 1990s. It took a year of his time, and the only thing he asked for in return is that one set would always stay here in Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm getting letters from all around the world, from everyone, and of course I read the letters from all of those who are on the nice list first. I read those from the naughty list as well. That probably makes you feel
I feel a lot better, Santa. A lot better.
They take their letter and they put it on this conveyor belt. So this is how children are able to deliver their letters to Santa Claus.
Oh, I see.
Now we're walking down. This is our Hall of Fame.
So this is all the Christmas movies.
No, these are just some of the actors and actresses from a day gone by. It's amazing how a picture.
But they're all, it seemed to be like White
In
Christmas,
Christmas. Oh, yes.
one of my favorites.
Yep.
I had that Toyland experience. Come on, let's go.
Welcome to the Blizzard Vortex Tunnel.
Whoa!
Oh. the Polar Bear Club?
I feel like I was in the Polar Bear Club already.
So this is the first window display that you're going to see from New York City. And this is Once Upon a Time There Were Three Bears Living in the Magical World of Bloomingdale's. We did not start doing the windows to save history, but that's what's happened.
Yes.
So the 50 years of Lord & Taylor now, the only place you can see those windows are at Castle Noel. So
is that right?
That's been quite a blessing.
You had trouble.
I had trouble. We did get Simon, although we were older. Wow.
And what's great is we have them through the generations. And when Mark created this attraction, he made it so you can go with children from 2 years old all the way up to a grandmother that's 102, and you'll all enjoy it. If you look around, this is the set from Buddy the Elf.
Really?
This is Buddy the Elf here in our case. Mark was so excited to acquire this acquisition. We have our 100,000 glass ornament ceiling.
I love it.
Now Mark started off with 75,000 ornaments, and in January of the coming year, he said it wasn't enough. So he went and he added 25,000 more ornaments. And then he realized that wasn't enough, so he added an entire light show.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God, this is Elf, Buddy! Is that, oh my gosh, that's Will Ferrell?
That is Will Ferrell's elf outfit.
I wanted to take a couple of minutes before you had a chance to see our next display to just express the amazing gratitude that we have to Saks Fifth Avenue for allowing us to bring these incredible pieces of art for all of us to enjoy. I wanted you to get a sense of what it was like for us to be there, but also what it was like the night they were launched.
The award winner, the Platinum Award winner for Saks Fifth Avenue 2017, the Nutcracker.
Oh, wow.
These windows are breathtaking.
Welcome to the Grand Hall of Castle Noel.
Oh my goodness, is the Grinch in there?
No! Oh!
And Martha May's engagement ring.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at Eileen, the engagement.
The ring!
And of course, that's filled with toys.
Yes! I just watched this Monday night.
How did this ever get
I love it.
That was a feat. The stories of how these items are moved are also fun stories. And look, there's even Max up there with his doghouse. Now your job is to put your hands up in there and smile. Your job is to push her down the slide.
You ready? Okay, here you go.
Oh, go ahead.
The Christmas magic at Castle Noel continues right after this.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for over 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may face. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court, and remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at ElizabethBernardLaw.com.
Family-owned Mayflower Woolham Insurance Group is your full-service independent agency. Our family works with a variety of insurance companies, so you have the best choices for your insurance needs. Let us find the right product at the right price. Personal lines, business, farm, commercial insurance, life insurance. Trust locally owned Mayflower Woolham. You focus on what's important.
We'll take care of the details.
Mayflower Woolham, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Woolley Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old Road Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Woolley Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
The perfect gift, Stonebridge Grill and Tavern, the best food in the valley. For every $50 you spend on gift cards, you get a free $10 bonus card. Stonebridge Grill and Tavern, Route 224 in Boardman, and their new location on Route 46 in Howland.
Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
I am here with Rude the Dude from the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. Whether you're partying holiday style in person or at home, you've got everybody covered.
Yes, we have them covered here. You know, we developed a really good catering menu, half pan, full pans, office parties, family parties, anything off-site that we can handle, but also to in-site. We still have our banquet room, which holds up to about 85 people for buffets, limited menus. Again, office parties, family parties, we can get you covered any way you like.
And you know what's really great? Rest assured, Magic Tree Pub and Eatery really takes the sanitation and the social distancing guidelines seriously, so you can trust them.
Oh yeah, so you know, we want to thank the community for the support over the last few months in the pandemic, and we're looking forward to a new year here.
It's going to be a great year. Go to their website or Facebook for the complete menu. Happy holidays. Well, the man behind Castle Noel is Mark Claus.
Yep.
And that is your God-given name.
It is. Everybody asks that question. But born with a name like Claus, what else would I do, right?
Have you always been crazy about Christmas?
Well, yeah. My family has a long-standing tradition of over-the-top Christmases. My dad, in the Depression, there was 7 kids in a 10 by 30 house. A shed garage, really, with 3 rooms. The one with the potbelly stove in the middle and the dining room table, and the rooms on either side. He slept with his sisters and brothers toes to nose and nose to toes. And my grandfather the only thing he could afford for Christmas was to build this little village out of old wall coverings he would pull out of houses when they tore them down to reuse the lumber. And my dad was so inspired by those little villages that when he built our house in Seven Hills, Ohio, he built it with 16-foot living room ceilings so that we could have a 16-foot Christmas tree. And every year we were like the original Clark Griswold family.
Yeah.
Dad wanted it bigger and better every year, and it was always a blast.
So how did you start acquiring all of the windows and the Christmas movie memorabilia and things like that?
Well, I've always loved the big Christmas show. And back when I was much younger, I did a Christmas fantasy, which we did inside of a big barn with, you know, 1 million lights and giant castles made out of gator board, and it was just spectacular. So I've always had the bug. But then my son was online and he found a charity that was selling slices of a foam donut from the movie The Grinch. Like, she was slicing it up, little pieces, and gluing them to a postcard of The Grinch and selling them for a charity. And so he showed me that, and I called her on the phone and I said, "What are you trying to do?" She told me about her charity. I said, "Sounds like a good idea. Don't cut up the donuts. I'll just buy the donut from you. How many do you have?" She said, "I have 5 donuts." So we bought the 5 donuts, and when they shipped them to us, my son and I opened the box, and we put on the DVD, and in the opening scene, the Grinch cuts a hole in the floor, the tree falls through, and the donuts are swinging back and forth. And I told my kids, this would be cool. People would love seeing this kind of stuff. So, and once I get on something, I'm incredibly tenacious. So I just push and dig and push and dig, and I just keep going until I get everything we need. And we're never done.
And this, I mean, there's nothing else like this in the world.
No, this is a one only. I mean, we have the world's largest privately held collection of Christmas movie props and costumes. We have the only place to go see those New York City Christmas windows is here. You know, they're very protective of those windows, and they understand our mission. Our mission is to display them as they were intended and to give people that same opportunity that don't get to go to New York and see these amazing visions. They get to at least see them here at Castle Noel, which is great. And when we started doing it, I knew it was important to save these incredible pieces of art.
It is artwork.
I had no idea how important, because everything has changed in the last 10 years. So things are changing in the retail industry. They're not doing as much in many places. We're proud to say we have the last 8 years of Lord & Taylor New York City windows, because now Lord & Taylor is completely gone. So it's really important for the history of how we celebrate Christmas and what everybody's experienced in their life to save these things. It's a massive undertaking.
And then you make your own original ornaments.
Oh yeah, well
you are like a jack of all trades. I cannot believe what you accomplish.
Oh.
Do you sleep?
No, well, I actually don't. I don't see all the things I've gotten done. I see all the things I still have to do. But yeah, I've made artwork not only for Home Shopping Network and QVC, but I've done private label things for Target, and I've done things for Warner Brothers. If you've had a drink out of a moose mug, it's because of us. So
I have seen
I'm the guy who brought
mugs.
the moose mug to market. So.
That is absolutely amazing. What do you see? This Polar Bear Club is brand new this year.
Yes, it is.
We're sitting in the club.
Yes, the Polar Bear Club.
It's gorgeous, and you can hear the noise, and there's craft cocktails. You can rent it for parties.
Yeah.
How is
this is huge. This is not really a bar. It's entertainment you can have a drink at. That's my whole goal. So lots of things will happen to you here that you don't expect. There's different things that go on, and we're all about everybody having fun together. And eventually, there will be 4 entertainment nightclubs here at Castle Noel.
Really?
Yes. So this is the first one. And then we're going to do Eddie's Outdoor Patio. And we're going to do the Mars Bar, which is in our Alien Meets Santa Claus mini golf. Did you have a chance to see that?
No, but the mini golf is also open year-round.
Oh, yeah, it's also open year-round. And it's like nothing you've ever seen. It's a complete journey. You go places. The artwork in there is spectacular. I spent lots of time sculpting and creating that artwork. And then eventually we're going to do this really over-the-top tiki bar that I've been buying things for the last 20 years. But it's just I'm so blessed. You know, I think all of us have to look at this year not as what we lost or what we missed out on, but what we're blessed with. Because if we really step back, we all miss the things. We didn't realize how good we had it before, right? But things could be way worse than they are now. So we need to really go back and realize how much we are all blessed in this life to have
And we
the
need to
family,
just
the
do
friends,
a reset.
and just reset and enjoy it. You know, come to Castle Noel, spend some time, make magic. If you come through our door, I guarantee you, you will not feel like you were in your world anymore. For the time you're here, you're in a totally different world.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old-style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
Here at Creekside Fitness and Health Center, we are focused on you, from cardio and strength equipment to classes and personal training.
Your all-inclusive membership gives you access to a full-size basketball court, pool, hot tub, sauna, and steam room. And over 60 classes per week are all included free with your membership.
Membership and personal training specials are happening now, so come experience life on the fit side at Creekside, your neighborhood gym.
Is it time to update your color style? R&S Paint will assist you with your choice of over 3,400 Benjamin Moore colors. Vibrant, durable, and easy to apply. Be current, be stylish. Shop R&S Paint.
My basement was dreadful. Cracked concrete, chipped tiles, it was my dumping ground. Carpet, vinyl, wood don't last. Now I have Pebblestone, the best basement floor covering, made with natural stone and the strongest man-made binder. Pebblestone evened out my floor. Easy to clean, resists moisture, and withstands flooding. You will love your basement. Call today and receive 65% off and have Pebblestone installed by the holidays.
Selling engagement rings never gets old. It's love.
It's a huge on-taping because they're going to wear that ring probably forever, but if they're not going to wear it forever, they're going to pass it down to somebody.
Our rings will hold a lifetime, and we want to make sure it does. We stand by every single thing that we sell. I believe I can find the perfect ring. I really try to get them exactly what she would want.
And to just be a little part of that is really, it warms your heart inside.
Get real, get Kamara.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join Mahoning Valley Historical Society for our 2020 MVHS holiday season. Safely celebrate online at mahoninghistory.org and on Facebook and YouTube. From nostalgic videos to holiday artifacts to festive crafts, enjoy Mahoning Valley history on any of your devices. Get all the details at mahoninghistory.org.
The stars lined up for this interview. I am here with Sister Jean Orsudo at the Emmanuel Community Care Center in Girard, and I feel like, first of all, I'm visiting you in prison. You know, with being socially distant, we have our, glass between us. But she was a fan of the Leanne Binder song, "'Tis the Reason." We emailed each other. She downloaded the song. And then when I realized what she did for a living, I said, "Sister, we have got to feature your good works on the show." So this is interesting. I had no idea this was right here in the heart of Girard, Ohio. How long have you been involved with Emmanuel?
Well, I've been involved for almost 18 years. The Emmanuel Center has been in place since 1992. It was founded by Sister Lucille Connolly and some of the parishioners at St. Rose and some of the other churches in town. And in 2003, Sister Lucille was retiring, and they were looking for a replacement, and I was interested, and so I've been here. In February, it'll be 18 years. So
this has got to be really fulfilling work to see all the families and all the people that you help, because I mean, you run the gamut: food, housing, help with utilities. I mean, what other elements are in your mission?
So we started out, Sister Lucille left a great foundation for the Emmanuel Center, and we started out as an outreach center for the poor with the support of all of the churches in Girard. So we did food, and we did clothing, and we would have household items and all of those kinds of things. And today we still have food and clothing, and once the pandemic is over, we'll have our little household items back again. But we've closed our clothing center right now because our numbers are so bad in the county.
Yes.
And so we keep our food pantry opened. So we're doing the outreach, and then we built in 1996. We built 4 apartments upstairs, two 2-bedroom and 2 1-bedroom, and those are for permanent supportive housing for people who have a disability and are homeless. And so they move in, and we work with them. We have case managers that work with them, trying to get them toward self-sufficiency. And then we have grants from the state for homeless crisis response program, for rapid rehousing and homelessness prevention. With the COVID epidemic, we've gotten grants to help people with rental assistance. And if they're behind on their rent and utilities, we can help them with both. We don't do utilities separate, but we do help them if they're behind on their rent and utilities. We decided, the parishioners of St. Rose, in their great generosity, and the other churches in the community, the Presbyterian Church, the Lutheran Church, Methodist, Christian, Baptist, they're all generous. They either collected money or gift cards, so that for Christmas we're going to be able to give each child a gift card, a pretty nice gift card, and then we've got some little gifts. We're going to wrap a little gift for each child so they have something to open on Christmas Day.
Now, do the parents contact you? Is that how
yes,
that works?
No, for Christmas and for food and for things like that, you have to be registered at our center. Like, you have to give us proof of income and proof that you live there and proof that your kids are in your household. It's a very easy process to get registered. And then, so we help with Thanksgiving and Christmas. We also do Easter baskets for kids ages 2 to 11. And then we also do school supplies, depending on if the kids are in school or not, because of, again, the pandemic.
So you're really Girard, Liberty, McDonald, and Mineral Ridge.
Yes.
How much has the increase been for registrations?
Probably more at the holidays. I would say most of our, I'd say maybe we've had 15 to 20% increase for holiday assistance and stuff like that. What we've really had the phone calls for is for the rental assistance and housing, rapid rehousing or...
The rapid rehousing, is that someone that has just totally lost their home?
Yes, rapid rehousing is for people who are absolutely homeless according to HUD's definition. So they either have to be in a shelter, in a place not meant for human habitation.
So you've got a lot of experience helping out of this center.
Yes.
And then, of course, the curveball of our pandemic. Do you think things are going to be permanently changed the way you help people when we come out of this pandemic?
I hope not. I'm hoping that once, I think it's going to take us a long time. I think it's going to probably take us most of next year to get out of the pandemic. But I'm hoping that once it gets out, once people get vaccinated, and I hope people get vaccinated, and once we have immunity, I'm hoping that we can open up again and have people come in for clothing. We used to do bread and baked goods every Wednesday, and we just can't do that anymore. I'm hoping we can start taking items again and putting them out on the table, and our regular people can come in and stuff.
How many families a week do you estimate that you help? What's your estimate?
It depends. I would say that we have a caseload of families of about 300 to 350 that come for various things throughout the year. So,
yes. And I know you get a lot of grants and you get some help from the churches, but as the donations, you still need money and donations to run here.
Well, here's the thing, the grant money, I call it money in, money out, because they give us money to pay landlords and utility companies.
It's earmarked for specific
for specific
causes.
Things. I always say that we sort of stand on jello money. Most of our money comes through donations, and so if we have donations and we get donations, we're able to help more people and do more things.
Your fundraiser, I know
yes,
you have these baskets, was canceled back in April.
Yes, our fundraiser got canceled back in April. We're planning on having a virtual fundraiser in April of next year, of 2021. We're trying to learn how to do that, which is an interesting little thing in and of itself. So we'll take food, and monetary donations are always helpful.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.